I don't know no fucking Kiana, man.
Talk is cheap with Kiana J. I am your host, Kiana J. And we're here before the Christmas break. Yay!
Yay.
Not everybody, nobody, nothing.
That's because you don't got grandkids yet.
Which is a blessing. Thank God. You know, my kids did something right, not making your grandma. Yeah. I ain't nobody's grandma, nana, nothing.
Nothing. Mama. Nothing.
So I hope y'all getting y'all Christmas shopping out for y'all last minute shoppers. I know the malls and everything is overpacked and y'all getting frustrated. If I was y'all, I'd shop online.
It's too late. If they shop online, it might not. I think today was the last day usually to shop online unless they're gonna pay for express shipping. I went to Mayfair yesterday. It was packed, but it wasn't like extremely packed.
Oh, darn it. Yeah. Well, let's get into the news with allegedly Alexis. What you got for us, girl?
Okay, so starting right out now, Yaya Mayweather was sentenced to 6 years probation after pleading guilty to stabbing a woman back in 2020. The incident apparently happened inside of her baby daddy, young boy's house, April 4th of 2020. The victim is a 35-year-old black female who suffered multiple lacerations to her arm. She was transported via ambulance to a hospital for non-life-threatening injuries and underwent surgery. So Yaya is a lot of people are saying that she is very lucky to have the father that she has, with the money that he has to be able to receive this type of sentence that she got. But a lot of people are saying that they feel bad, especially the victim, because she just got a slap on her wrist, so she feels like justice really wasn't served. So she's not pleased with the outcome. She is talking about how she is suffering from, I'm not sure if it's depression from it. But her arm will never be the same, and Yaya gets a slap on her wrist. So a lot of people has been telling her that she needs to sue, and I feel like if she sues, she'll probably have a pretty good lawsuit.
Yeah, if she sued,
as long as she wasn't the aggressor and stuff like that.
If she sued, most likely they probably allegedly,
Settle.
they probably settle out of court because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, she would win that lawsuit. So
Yes. Because obviously she wasn't the aggressor, and because Yaya pleaded guilty to it, So I'm pretty sure she would. If she don't, and then too, if she don't go in trying to ask for $100 million and be all outrageous too. So
this is one of the ones, like, if you ain't getting the justice that you deserve for an issue, because that girl could have killed her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. She could have hit a main
where
artery.
you do turn around and be like, okay, since I'm not getting the justice I deserve, I hit y'all in your pockets. It probably don't hurt you as much, but
right.
They might something.
They might not feel it, but I hope that her dad talked to her about the seriousness behind this, and she's been a little quiet lately, and it's probably because she was going through this case stuff, so she was probably keeping a low profile and stuff like that. But hopefully she understands the seriousness behind it, that she could have been went to jail and been taken away from her son. So now Tyler Perry reveals that he is the godfather to Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's daughter, Lilibet.
How he pull that off?
He ain't pulled it. They wanted him, he says. He says that they called him and they was really serious on the phone, and he asked them, well, what's going on? And they told him that they wanted him to be the godfather. And he said that he was, taken aback, and he paused for a moment to take it in. And then he thought about it, and he was like, I would be absolutely honored to be her godfather. And so he said he got off the phone, then he thought about it some more, then he called back and he says, does that mean I have to come over there and go to church, for the baptism or whatever it is that they culture do? And he was like, because he didn't want to go over there and be a part of that and do all of that. He was like, so if anything, maybe I was thinking y'all can come over here. We can go somewhere and do a private ceremony. But he understood if they, absolutely, they royalty. So if they absolutely had to do it over there, then he understood.
Wait, hold on. He didn't want to go over there and do the actual church.
Yeah, and being I don't know if the Vatican or what.
Because Tyler Perry started from the church.
Well, no, we talking about Prince Harry.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, was his reasoning because
No, I don't know. I don't think it's for church. I don't think he has anything against the church. If they was in the
okay,
United States and it happened in his church, I would think he would totally be fine with it. I think it's the fact that, everything that's been publicized and it's the Queen of England's grandson and
okay,
he would have to go to the UK. So he was saying he didn't want to do it over there. He wanted to do a private ceremony here in the church.
oh, okay,
So, yeah.
okay.
Which I totally understand. Like, I don't want to go to no UK. There's too much going on. He might not get back. Look at
Yeah,
Brittany
and
Griner.
like you said last week, sure, going overseas 9 days ain't safe for me.
Right. Yes. I mean, he probably would have been safe because he was with Prince Harry. But then again, how far is that going to get him? They might be like, "Shut up, you royalty. Go over there. You come with us."
You're right about that.
Right. No.
Oh,
okay. Now, Bishop Lamar Whitehead. I'm pretty sure you remember who he is. The infamous pastor who was live streaming his service. He was arrested for fraud, extortion, and false statements. Now, if you remember, he went viral early this year after his church was robbed when he was live streaming it, and they were accusing him days later of setting the whole thing up. And then a few weeks later, he went viral again for getting into it with a woman in his congregation and escorting her out mid-service. Now, the feds allege that Whitehead scammed one of his churchgoers out of $90,000 of her retirement savings by promising to use the cash to buy her a home, but instead he spent it on luxury goods and designer clothes, according to the indictment. Not only that, in another
gosh. Oh, they come in.
Not only that, in another scheme, he is accused of extorting a businessman of $5,000 and asked the man to lend him $500,000, promising he could obtain favorable actions by the New York City government in exchange for cash and interest in real estate transactions. So he promising all type of stuff, and he falling short on every single thing because he ain't even a real pastor, probably.
You know what? These pastors are just cutting up. They like
some calm men.
Most of them need a one-way ticket to the fire dungeon.
Listen, okay. And then I don't understand how these people are just so easy with just giving their money away. Like even the little show that's on Netflix with these people who just getting scammed and catfish out of hundreds and thousands of dollars because.
And so I said not $50 to $5K.
No, he went from $5K to $500,000. Yes.
No, baby.
He got $5,000 from the businessman and then asked the man to lend him $500,000.
And then the crazy part, they be wondering why people don't be wanting to go to church and stuff. Like,
yeah, because
you remember that episode of Martin where his mama got scammed by the preacher? She was being broke, getting broke, and she come flipping down the aisle. Every time I hear a story like this, I think about that.
With that dress on or skirt on or whatever she had on, Martin was a fool. That makes me want to go watch it.
That every time I hear about sister.
Yes, I definitely got the DVDs, the seasons. I want to go watch that now. Yes, Martin was a fool. Now, 14 members of Sauce Walker's TSF, which stands for the Sauce Factory, 14 members of his label was arrested in Houston on federal RICO charges. Now, more than 200 FBI personnel came together to investigate this case. They are being charged with drug trafficking, Glock switches, and more. And if convicted, they could be facing life in prison. Sauce Walker himself, and I know Peso, who's also on the label, are not amongst the ones that has been arrested. They're not one of the 14, but one of Peso Peso's brother is. So I will stay tuned to see how that folds.
I don't know who them folks is.
Yeah, I can't even explain. They was underground and they starting to make some noise. Sauce Walker, he really a pimp. Really.
Josh said they not fucking around with their RICO charges.
No, they not. No, they not. Look,
So,
I don't even want to know.
okay.
And I guess what made it federal is because they were doing business outside of state lines. So they brought some feds
Once
on
you
it.
cross
They
some
in
state lines,
Texas.
that's a whole different ballgame.
And then they in Houston, Texas, where it's so much smuggling and people coming in and over. They said 200 personnels worked together on this case, so they really wanted to apprehend the people.
Mm-hmm.
So, now every game maker of Fortnite will pay a total of $520 million in penalties and refunds to settle complaints involving children's privacy and methods that trick kids into making purchases. I don't know what methods it was to trick kids into making purchases, but it worked, and they got.
Let me tell you, my
them bitcoins. I mean, not bitcoins. Fortnite bucks, something bucks.
Fortnite, like people cards was getting charged like thousands of dollars because them kids kept ordering stuff.
Yep.
And in order to hook up your game console, you have to have a card on file.
Right. Yep. And so that's probably what that's probably the trickery part of it. That you have to have a card
family members and friends need some money because they need to go sign up.
Okay.
Kids like all kind of be fucking shit.
Y'all
kids ran up y'all cars. Y'all better get in on this soup.
Listen, I'm in Mason 5. I'm finna show contact somebody. My son was playing that game last year.
Yeah. Y'all made some lawsuit out here. They paid out some money. Sure.
Yes. And I was wondering, like, is the people even gonna see that any of that 520 million? Probably the 20 million. That other 500 probably gonna go somewhere else.
Let me tell you, I sure got that Facebook money. And I didn't even sign up for it.
See?
That was the crazy part about it. I got that check in the mail like, my son had to tell me what it was.
See? Amen.
Because I had no like Facebook. What is this?
You don't got no little kids. If you had little kids, you wouldn't even know.
Look, I ain't know. Like, why Facebook sending me something? I'll probably threw it away. I get too many bills. Somebody send me some free money, it'd be a whole that's rarely.
See? And then they said that they was involving children's privacy. So I wonder
they're gonna get that. People gonna get that money. I'm gonna put in my claim, even though I'm definitely gonna put in my claim.
Like they be talking about
kids,
that.
My kids play these games.
Just like I was talking about.
File my claim for them. Josh said they better file bankruptcy. So I don't know, but I'm sure I'm gonna put in my claim for me. Y'all better put in y'all claim forms.
Just like I was just saying last week, Rihanna got to pay her little 1 million, but that 1 million ain't nothing to a billionaire. They paying 520 million.
She wiped her coochie with that. She wiped her coochie with that. Like,
girl, she spent that on her baby shower and stuff, and her nursery.
So,
she was like, I honor you. Here we go, right here.
And all they're gonna do is readjust the rules and fix it, and that's it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's all they're gonna do.
Then that's what they did. They readjusted the rules.
Ain't shit.
They readjusted the rules like at the end of the year, and she had violated their laws. Just now violated their laws, and they caught her like that to get that little million. Now Chris Paul is graduating from Winston-Salem State University and is gifting his fellow graduates $2,500 apiece. And they asked him if he wanted to be acknowledged for his donation, and he declined, saying he wanted graduation to be as normal as possible. Which not only is he graduating, he wanted to be normal, but he going and giving them $2,500. That's really a blessing.
Yeah.
And he's a basketball star. He's so used to attention. He don't want the attention
on him.
He want to be a normal person.
Yeah.
Yeah, he want to get his little education and go on about his business. They get tired
why
of all
can
of
I be
that.
in the spots where these people getting all this money?
But Chris Paul is a basketball player.
Look, Josh said nigga ain't normal giving away money.
Especially when when he taking his diploma, it's nothing but black folks. You know, if black folks get 2,500, they gonna say it to the next and say it to the next and say it to the next. Everybody already done told everybody Chris Paul is in their class. So all they cousin Bam Bam them is already in the audience, then
already up there.
Already
man, give me a ticket to graduation. Man, you ain't got no extra ticket. You
right. We're gonna be in a parking lot with some beers with a cooler.
So try to get extra ticket for a high school graduation, let alone a college one.
Right.
So
high school be firm on them little 6 ticket. So let me go talk to the teachers. That was my favorite. Let me get another 4 up out of y'all. Like,
look, your whole family want to be there. Like the what?
Yeah, you got 2 grandmamas, 2 granddaddies. That's 4. Then a mama and a daddy, your siblings. Like, no.
Josh said I would buy me some Balenciagas to wear to graduation.
Okay. My whole graduation.
We're not buying Balenciagas anymore.
Look,
they pedophiles.
What she said is her whole graduation outfit would have been thanks to Chris Paul, and so would mine. Dress, heels, and weave. Everything. I would be like, oh, I could pay for my own nails.
Right.
Expensive.
Motherfucker came in there with all type of good clothes, hairdos, and everything.
Okay.
Makeup on fleek. Nails done.
Fuck around and bring him some flowers to his graduation. Now, Romeo has called out his father for ignoring him and his siblings after they've been going through and facing depression and facing what is going on within the family. A few months ago, or I believe it might have been in this fall, his sister Tatiana Miller, she was in her 20s. I believe they said she committed suicide. I'm not sure if it was I think I gotta double check. I don't want to say, but I believe it was some type of drugs or something that she might have overdosed on. But he has been calling out his father because the picture that he paints to social media, get his ass flowers, balloons, and a banner for graduation, and a pen, and a pen. Now, Josh done threw me off. Okay, so he called out his father for not facing what is going on within his family. His father's always jumping to social media to act like he's the big bad or the big, OG uncle, Master P, this, that, and the other, but he's not like that behind closed doors. Romeo says when he tries to talk to his father, all his father does is try to deflect and tell him that he's spoiled and things of that nature. He says that his father shouted out Snoop for doing a tribute to Twitch because Twitch committed suicide, but he didn't have the same energy for his own daughter. He also spoke on mental illness as well as him being broke, living month to month. He says that growing up as a young kid, his father told him that they owned Rap Snacks and that he's been supporting Rap Snacks for 15 plus years. His father left him out of meetings and wouldn't allow him to see contracts from a kid even into his adulthood, and he's never seen money from it. Since he's been supporting the companies for 15 plus years, it's been for free. So his father has been basically robbing him blindly. He goes on to say how they didn't have the money to even go to college, and how his father is just doing them wrong, and his siblings.
Tree said The girl died probably from overdose. She had a drug addiction.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yep.
My thing, I don't know. All I'm gonna say is a lot of kids are ungrateful. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what Master P was saying.
At your adulthood, my job is to take you. Let me tell you something like this. My job is to take you to your adulthood. Okay, I did my job. He had a nice childhood compared to our childhood. Okay?
And that's what everybody is in the comments is saying. But then when he gets to posting receipts and he's saying he loves his father, it's not the fact that his father didn't take care of him or did this. It's the fact how his father played his hand. Like if I was a part of the Rap Snacks, how I should have been and been in the meetings and this, that, and the other, maybe it would have been a different outcome. You closed me out of all of that. Now I'm broke. Like,
okay, branch off. Branch off and do your own thing. You fucking grown, my nigga. He don't have to do shit for you.
But Master P do owe him his money.
Okay, he do, but can you make him give it to him?
No, but then
if he work, he needs to get paid for it. But if he's not paying you, why you think Master P don't have anybody on his label? Okay, right. If the man not paying you, branch off. What you gonna do? Unless you gonna take him to court, what social media gonna do for you?
That's what he's saying. His father always coming to social media acting like he OG status this, OG status that, and he got all of this wisdom, and he always trying to spit game, but he like, dude, your own flesh and blood is suffering and is reaching out for you, to do this, to help with this mental illness, with this depression that we're going through, and you're ignoring us. So he said the only way he can get the attention he needs from his father is to come to social media.
And that's still not gonna get him paid. I'm not saying he not supposed to get paid, but what can you make this man do and let you take him to court with signed contracts? You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day,
he's working with the Rap Snack people, the execs now, and he's on good terms to receive all his royalties and the stuff that he should be getting. So, and he posted all those receipts and stuff. So then when people seen that, they kind of felt bad for Romeo, like,
It ain't the point of just because your kids are grown, you don't stop being a parent. But when they out here acting like you're obligated to do because they out here throwing a tantrum, that's when no. If you out here doing grown people shit, I'm not taking care of you. I'm not doing it. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You want to be grown, so you be grown. That's me. Now, if you working for me, I'm going to pay you. That you're an employee. But if you out here being grown and I can't tell you shit, and you want go do your own thing. I'm not obligated to do shit for nobody. I don't care if you is my kid. I'm not obligated. Once you grown and you decide that you want to be grown and don't want to do anything I say, now if you working for me, that's a whole different story. Master P wrong if that man was working for him and he got contracts and he owed this man some money. But you can't make him give you nothing unless you take him to court. Y'all grown. Y'all grown, period. So either you take him to court, get your money that way, and brush the fuck off.
I think he don't want to do his father like that, which is why he didn't take him to court. He went around him to the execs to really get what was owed to him without having to take it to court. Because he showed like the old Rap Snacks when he was a kid. Lil Romeo that used to compete with Bow Wow, his face was on the cover of Rap Snacks. Then the cover of Rap Snacks of him as an adult. Like, so it's been over 15 years. Like, if he would have been getting paid what he was owed, his life would have been way different. He wouldn't have been living month to month. He probably wouldn't have been dealing with the depression and everything else that Hollywood that comes with, being a child of Hollywood, because he was born into it. So Christmas gonna be awkward.
I wouldn't even Streams Recipes making a post about it.
Yes, and Stitch died from suicide, and he Master P jumped to social media to.
But how do it stem from? You making a post about him and didn't make a post like your daughter? You ain't put that much energy into your daughter you owe me money for working for you. Like,
yeah,
this is a bunch of, and that's what I'm saying. This is a bunch of stuff that should have been kept off social media. This is a family thing. And my thing about it is, like, if your daddy owe you money, you should have took that up with your daddy instead of running. That's what I mean about this social media shit. Everybody running social media when they have a problem with a person.
Yeah, I feel like it was a trigger for him. He been trying to get his daddy attention to deal with probably his other siblings. He got other siblings that's going through stuff too. They been ignored, and he like, damn, you gonna give a man you don't even know, seen, met, nothing, the time of day to speak about mental illness, this, that, and the other, but you ain't had that energy for your own flesh and blood. So
I guess just triggered everything else. And you owe me money.
He was already like that was. He said that was the tip of the iceberg. So he was already boiling. You know that he said that was the tip of the iceberg, and he fed up. He seen that, and he was like, "Yeah, all right." And then Master P apologized and was like, "I'm still learning. I'm not perfect." And he like, "Man, shut up. You deflecting. You still gonna be on the internet, social media, acting like you." Master P trying to give advice to everybody sitting in that chair like this is shit.
And Trees, I understand what you're saying, but my thing is, I don't like when people go to social media with that. I can't be cool with, you know what? If somebody have a problem with me, come to me.
Yeah. But I mean,
like, but if you dirty,
everything has changed with taking it to social media.
Because, you know, if I just feel like personal home stuff and things that, you know what I'm saying, motherfucker, do like TLC, go kick a door in, shit. Time up. I don't know. But
no.
Shit on social media.
You can't say, because Romeo isn't, he I don't think he that type of person. He's bad. He don't be in the jail. He don't be in drama, you know, and stuff like that, like other Hollywood people would be. So I feel like he was just fed up.
Right. I don't say he don't have a case. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying he's not wrong. My issue is the social media thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then both of y'all grieving. So both of y'all just said some outrageous shit because everybody in their feelings.
Yeah.
So, you know what? It's a social media thing for me. I just can't stand that. Somebody did that to me. Like, when they got mad at me, put all my business out on social media.
So that's why you on Master P side.
I've been traumatized ever since.
Well, they got 6 days to figure it out. I hopefully the holidays and this happening can shed light on, you know, their situation, and they could be home for the holidays. And
Trees, bitch, you ever take it to social media with me, it's gonna be a motherfucking problem. We gonna have it out. You better come kick my door in or tie me up or something. Smack the fuck out of me. We have to brawl to get my attention. I don't care. You better not take.
And that's what he's saying. He can't talk to his daddy. His daddy is ignoring him. So when he trying to reach out, he can't. So, but moving on along, because we got other stuff. Now the jury finds Harvey Weinstein guilty on rape in his Los Angeles trial. Now she gonna do you hush. Okay, now he entered a non-guilty plea, but the jury thought otherwise. The 70-year-old was found guilty on 3 of the 7 counts, including rape, forced oral copulation, and another sexual misconduct count. He could face up to 24 years in prison. But in this case, he was facing a total of 11 charges. He is already serving a 23-year sentence from another case in New York. So he won't be getting out anytime soon. He will most likely pass away in jail.
Well,
now, that's what happens to those type of people who rapes and
I don't have anything to say.
Yeah, no, me either. So a lot of speculation has been going around saying Gunna is a snitch because
that's what I heard.
Because he took a plea deal.
But
now he's not the only one to take a plea deal. It's been a total now of 5 YSL members who have taken a plea deal. There was a recording of him speaking to the judge, admitting to things that what some people will say is incriminating Young Thug. When the judge was asking him, basically, was it true or was it Young Thug? He he was saying yes, and I don't know if he was putting blame on Young Thug or he was putting the blame on him, but he's out and Young Thug is still in there. His lawyer, Young Thug's lawyer, Brian Steele, says the biggest problem in the case is the YSL members is taking plea deals, which is hurting the case. So Gunna, Slime Life, Shawty, and Dukes and 2 others have been released on plea deals. So
everybody blamed it on Young Thug. Huh? I said
look,
all of
them
them.
5 telling. And Young Thug's sister, blood sister, took to Instagram and to say that she had talked to her brother, I think that Sunday before they found out that he was gonna take the plea or whatever, and Young Thug didn't have any knowledge that he was going to do it. Then when she talked to him again, he had, had a little speculation when she broke the news to him. Then she said that she knew her brother's heart was hurt. So he's crushed that somebody he loved and considered a brother or a son or whatever, would take a plea deal. So, but if Gunna was in there, he was getting all type of threats or whatever was going on. He probably couldn't wait to see the outside. So it's easier said than done. Everybody want to call him a snitch, but when you behind them 4 walls or
Tree said every man for himself.
Yeah, they trying to bank. They letting everybody go so they can build everything up on that one person, which is Young Thug. They want him, and they trying to get him for that murder and everything else. But he won big. They had obtained some evidence of him that definitely incriminated him, but they obtained it illegally, and the judge allowed it to be thrown out and not be used against him by them illegally obtaining the evidence. So that's good. Now Isaiah Lee, the man that was convicted for tackling Dave Chappelle on stage, was sentenced to 270 days in jail. The incident happened back in May of this year when he rushed the stage in the middle of Dave's set before security quickly got it under control. He was reportedly armed with a replica gun. So he could have been shot and killed if somebody would have took action and thought that was real. Now, last but not least, Diddy broke news that he welcomed his 7th child into this world named Love Combs. Now, a lot of people has been letting Young Miami have it because not only did he have a baby on her, but since breaking the news just last week, he has been seen with 2 or 3 other girls out and about.
How many times we gonna talk about this story?
Now, hold on, because I know Josh and Treese probably gonna have something to say too. Now, one is a IG model named Jay Ramsey, and the other one is what was her name? She's an influencer. Her name is Shantae Joseph. A lot of people were saying, how you let him, cheat on you and have a baby on you. She took to the comments to defend herself, saying that she is single. She said that she has been through a lot these past few years and she just want to have fun and enjoy herself. She said,
but she said that. That's what
yes. Well, I guess when they see him have relationship. When they see him have these 2 and 3 other girls and back to back, and just seeing him with her a week ago, or how she's saying, I love the way you love me, and him having a baby, I guess she had to explain herself. So she says that her main focus is to get her brand up and rolling off the ground.
No, people got fucked up, and that's why a lot of these people that think they in relationships are really not in fucking relationships. So when them niggas out there doing them, they out here looking a goddamn fool. This is what I mean when I say had a conversation. If we ain't agreed that we was in a relationship, I do what I do, you do what the fuck you do. But it's too many people out there thinking they in relationships that they not really in.
And she's, so city girl, this city girl that. So you would think she would have, first thing he would have did, she would have dipped. But she enjoying his company. She enjoying his money.
His money?
Huh?
His money? Shit. Yeah. You know what she doing?
I thought you were saying he ain't got no money. Yeah, she enjoying his time. She enjoying his money. And he can put her in positions to succeed.
They other billionaires.
Yes. So she's living life and she's single and she's doing what the fuck she wants to do. But I do feel like that baby
enjoying all that.
I feel like that baby
Y'all leave that girl alone.
I feel like he broke the news about the baby, and just 2 days ago he was seen with another girl.
You ain't finna tell me Carisha and her and Diddy been talking all this time. She already knew about the baby.
I feel like she knew about the baby, like he broke the news, because they said that the baby apparently was born in September, but he's just not announcing it now. And the woman that he got pregnant, she's like an Asian descent or something like that, and she was married, and her husband has now left her. But
exactly, Trees. Right? Come on.
The woman he was just with is a 28-year-old woman named Dana Tran. They were seen leaving Nobu after having a dinner date, locking lips. Now, what's his name? The game took to IG to say like who's the next, the next basically city girl of Young Miami, and she was like basically spin the block, boo. I'm single, So I don't think she's gonna take him up on her offer, but she's just putting it out there like she's single and she not just only focused on Diddy, but she's living life and she's having fun. So
enjoy, honey.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure her feelings was a little hurt. She probably want him all to herself.
That ain't what she signed up for. That I'm just saying. You sign up when you involved. Relationships are like business. That ain't what you signed up for in the beginning. And a lot of niggas stick to that beginning ass shit. This ain't what we signed up for in the beginning. So don't come talking to me about. You know what?
Yeah. And he been having his way for a very long time with a lot of women for a very long time. So he ain't finna change and marry her and all of that no time soon. So, but with him being with so many women, I don't see how they don't have a STD or something, because he back to back in them. Like he gotta have something. And did he just give me the vibes of his booty stank? I'm sorry, but he always got a wedgie in the way he be up there dancing. It just seemed like it's one of them.
Well, allegedly he do like it back there. Allegedly, but that's not here or there. That allegedly.
Well, she did have she did let the little Asian chick who he was with at the birthday party, whatever, Carisha did let her have it because she was trying to be funny when he came out and said he had a baby. She tried to say something to be funny, and she was like, "Bitch, not you who suck dick, eat ass, and pussy on the drop of a dime. Soon as Diddy tell you to. If I would have told Diddy that I wanted you to eat my pussy, he would have had you eat my pussy." She was just going in on her, but she was going in on her because it's a personal thing. But I seen something. Kim was the mother of his child. He got 4 kids by her, and a lot of people were saying that even he says he regret not marrying her. So he'd never be able to find the love and stuff that he really wants and adores that he had in Kim. So he's just depressed, or not even depressed. He's, in different women, probably looking for that. Who knows?
Yeah. Well,
but that is all I have for allegedly Alexis.
All right.
I went over because I had some good people in the comments and stuff.
I know we went over our time. I know my guest probably shouldn't run off on me.
Yes, he kept Kim and Cassie around for years. Yes, and he never married them. He played in their damn face.
Yeah.
Gina punk ass, that's her ass. She gonna say, Carisha, you want some of this yum sauce. Hey, girl.
All right, y'all. Thank you, Alexis. We're in filming next week, so I see you in about 2 weeks. Well, I see you at work, but I'm sorry.
Hi. Y'all in the mix.
I'm so sorry. We went over our time with the celebrity news. How are you?
I'm good. It's getting cold now. I'm like, ugh.
It's cold. It's cold up there. I'm in Memphis. It ain't that cold down here.
See.
So y'all, let me introduce you to our guest. Introduce yourself.
Hi y'all. I'm Bria. I'm a health and wellness coach. I don't know, and Kiana through her sister Jazz. Hey Jazz, wherever you are in the world. But yeah, so I just literally have taken on getting people healthy, right? Sustainable, no crash diets, no yo-yo, but like stuff you can live with and still enjoy yourself. So we have nutrition clubs, we run workouts, we get you supplements because our Western diet is a whole nother conversation. It's not the best thing in the world, but we figure out how we can find that balance and with all that, the mental health that comes with it and just your personal growth as a person.
Yeah, because I never did a somebody say, oh, you cute. I never really did a mental health, not a mental health, but a health and wellness show. So I was like, well, who can I was thinking about it. I was like, who can I get to do how I say, Bria always on here showing off her body and her health and wellness and her stuff. She doing. Let me hit her up, you know?
I am.
So, what made you get into health and wellness?
Honestly, sometimes in life you hit that point, you be like, okay, this ain't it. This literally is not it. And I've always been someone that's active. And I thought I ate good, but not really. But I tried, you know what I mean? And I really looked up one day. I said, all we do is going to work. We're going out, we drinking and doing it over again. I said, this ain't it. It got to be more to life. And I was just out seeking new avenues, and I just stumbled across a community who does what I do now, right? Mm-hmm. You're having the workouts, which you could go work out anywhere. You can do challenges, and a lot of people won't even sign up to do that. But it's like, no, I'm going to give you a guide and hold you to it. And these people literally have become the best friends, right? Like real friends you can count on. Just like how you was talking about people on the internet running with your business when they mad. These people, like if you're going through something, they not talking about you. How can we help you? And then also not being an enabler, right? Focusing on the negative, like let's find a solution. So when you start taking care of yourself and those type of people enter your life, that's what you gravitate towards. So I was like, I know if I need this, I know about 1,800 billion other people need that too. So it's just me. I can help, and I've always been a service because, doing hair, if I go bartend or anything, it's like I'm of service to somebody, but I also need to be taking care of myself. So just literally fell into place like that.
With the health and wellness is more, do you think is it more of a mental thing? Because I just can't stick to some of this stuff. Like I'd be good for like a month.
Yeah. It's a really big mental thing because I think diet culture has been so big in any community. Don't matter what you're doing. People like this skinny tea, or I got a detox, or I'm going to do a water cleanse, like just the craziest things. And it's like there is a such thing as 80-20, right? Like 80% of the food you eat is nourishing to your body. So then when you want to go have a pizza and you having drinks, it's not that big of a deal. But that's where the accountability comes in when I invite people to my challenges, because I be promoting on the internet, y'all. So don't ignore me if I'm in your DMs. So inside of our challenges, outside of you trying to eat good or, working out consistently, we really actually focus on your personal development as an individual. Because a lot of times on the internet, you see it too. People always want to repost a quote. They want to repost a clip and don't really apply it to their life. So when you're in a group of like-minded people, and that's the conversation for the day, you start changing, because that's why I do my challenges for 21 days at a time, because it takes 21 days to build or break a habit. So it's not about you being perfect, but to have somebody holding for you and saying, okay, you feel like you had a bad day, quote unquote, whatever that means, or an off day, like you feel like you messed up. Don't quit, just keep going, because that's life in general. I don't eat perfect every day, like, or some days like, oh, I'm just so tired, I didn't work out. Like, it's not the end of the world. So it's a lot of growing as a person enough to know when to give yourself grace and then when to push yourself as well. So that's why the community aspect is so important in the health and wellness, because you are literally the average of the 5 people you hang around. So if you hang around people that's drunk and high all day and always talking about somebody else, you the 5th person. If you hang around people that's really growing and building a business, or you doing your podcast, doing what you love, putting yourself out there, and you're hanging around people that are grinding and seeing the success because they're being consistent in their work, you're going to be the 5th person.
Right.
So that's literally all it is, accountability. And you have to be crazy sometimes and detach yourself from people that's not trying to go where you're going.
Hey, Webby, let's go. Yeah, we some drunk bitches. We got to change. like us, me and my crew, we some drunk bitches. Like, both our weekends consist of us literally drinking
Right.
and
But where
eating.
could you cut back a little bit? It's not saying that you can't do it anymore, but where do you cut back and put your other stuff as a priority?
Yeah, we understand that part. It's the part of, you work all day, our jobs are, a little, sometimes you just need to relax. How do you incorporate that? Hey, Webby. Page in the building. Instead of the bar, let's go to the gym. Woo! Right. I'm at the gym now. Okay. So how do you incorporate the drinking? You don't take the drinking completely out, right?
No, because the thing is that's not sustainable. Like if you enjoy a cocktail, or if you want to go somewhere and have a drink with your girlfriends, the thing is when you start doing healthier things, you're not gonna want that much alcohol. Like me, I have a birthday holiday party every other day, right? So I'm still getting up. I have my morning routine. I'm still doing my workout, or I'm stretching if I'm not working out, and meditating, journaling, working, whatever that looks like. But then when I go, it's like, okay, I feel good here. I'm not here to be a lush. Like you don't overindulge in anything. You don't want to overindulge in anything. So it's just a matter of building self-control and discipline. So if your drink limit is like 5 shots before you get turned up and you want to drink everything, because we used to all go to Chicago or one of your parties. It was easy. So it just gets to a point, like I said, you start doing different stuff with different people, that's off the table 9 times out of 10. Or then when you do go out, you're like, oh, I'm good. I had 2 drinks. I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. Your program deals with everybody at the gym. All y'all at the gym? Damn.
I love it.
Switch to cocaine instead. What? So with your program, it focuses on not just your health, it focuses on your wellness. Are you a life coach?
Mm-hmm. I feel like I really am, because even doing hair, people just come dump stuff on you.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a really big reason why I even started just looking for other avenues, because you could go to cute boutique gyms, but if people aren't really focusing on that, that's still not the vibe there. So I feel like I really am, because the majority of the conversations I have with people is not about them getting started and ordering their program. It's about their mindset behind it and what they think is stopping them or slowing them down. 9 times out of 10, it's a mental game. And the thing is, life will never stop happening. Ever. It's how you respond to it, how you handle yourself, and just know, like, okay, if you never experienced what you're going through before, that means you got something better on the other side, because you can only be low for so long. Before you go back up. So it's mental game. It's a lot of life coaching and a lot of encouragement, because I think, like, even me, when I check in with my life coach, like, that's all it is. It's all up in here. Like, okay, this is a moment, acknowledge it. Don't try to hide it. Be honest about what you're going through, because it's healing in that. So it's just, it is a lot of life coaching too.
Yeah.
Because we can control what we put in our mouth.
I know, because a lot of people stress eat.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't stress eat. They don't eat at all when they stress it. And they get real, like, sickly and lose weight. And people that stress eat gain weight.
Yep.
I'm a stress eater. That's what I do. Like, when I'm going through some stuff, I have to put something in my mouth. Like, something has to go in there. And that is my issue. Now, I'm also vocal about me taking a quick way out too. Like, I had weight loss surgery also. So when I was 300 pounds, me going on these diets, like you said at first, wasn't working, because if I stopped, I gained probably double the weight I lost, So I kept getting bigger and bigger. So I was like, forget this, I got to do something else.
Right.
And I ended up going and getting a lap band surgery, which I ended up losing like 120 pounds off of it. But because get a boyfriend for that. Shut up.
Right, you in Memphis too. They down there. You see my family from Memphis, girl. You down there.
Girl, look. But when the thing about it is with that is I got to stay eating healthy, and I usually gain some of my weight back because if I gain quickly than everybody else. I can eat a burger and gain some weight because of my weight loss surgery. You know what I'm saying? I gain weight faster. So a lot of people like I go up and down in my weight all the time. One day you see me, I not look like I lost a bunch of weight, and one day you see me, I look like I gained a bunch of weight. Because that's the way it fluctuates. Now I'm working on, myself, getting back, to the summer, before the summer hit,
Yeah, you got to start now.
Because I was in my depression mode. What is your, how do you start your day? Because I'm going to tell you what I do in the mornings now. So I clock into work at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
And I'm just waking up, so I'm still kind of sleepy because I'm not a morning person, right? 9 o'clock, I get up and get me some water and oatmeal.
Okay.
I gobble the water down because I have to get at least 8 bottles of water in right now, right? So I have to hurry up and gobble the water down, eat the oatmeal, and then get some more water.
Right. Let me bag you up. I'm so happy. This is something I really have focused on this year. One, for myself, and two, like with my clients, a morning routine. And the thing is, you can start with what I do, and then you figure out what worked best for you. But it's super important, especially when y'all got kids. Your job might not be your most favorite thing in the world. To wake up a little earlier and have time with yourself before you start talking to people, before you start scrolling on social media. Don't do it. So I usually try to get up 2 hours before I actually have to be somewhere. And it's not necessarily like I'm hopping out of bed, but what I do, I get up and I keep a bottle of water by my bed because room temperature water wake your organs up.
Okay.
So I drink my water when I first wake up, go to the bathroom, do all this stuff, wash the face, brush my teeth. But from there, I read for 20 minutes. I don't care if I'm in the middle of the page, ain't done with the chapter, just 20 minutes. And I try to read something, either leadership, business, spiritual, because that's your personal growth and that's like your subconscious mind, right? So after that, I make sure I get up and make my bed because I will fall back asleep. I know myself. You are somebody that fall back asleep, get up, but make your bed up, because once you get up and make your bed, that's the first task done for the day. The most important, make your bed up. And then I meditate for 10 minutes. And I think that's something that's really hard for people, being still. And like, dang, this ain't weird. You're sitting here breathing and listening to something, but a guided meditation. You can find all of them on YouTube. It's my favorite place to be. And I have my iPad instead of my phone, because if I have my phone, I'm going to start checking everything. And after that, I just journal 1 full page. And I use my bigger notebook because my brain is a wild place. But I just journal. So it could be a prayer. It could be your intentions for the day. Things you're just grateful for to put your heart in a good space. And then after that, I just stretch, get up and move. It could be you need to do 6 jumping jacks, wake up, stretch, do whatever. And then I have breakfast and make me a to-do list. So what is that? Maybe about 40 minutes. And then you're not pressed because you're on my time. I run my day.
Yeah, it's down because I keep saying to myself, like, bitch, I said I'm gonna do some yoga. I went and got a yoga mat and I ain't used it yet.
YouTube is your best friend if you can't go to class. I love the internet for that. Like, I hate the internet for other things, but I love it because it makes it accessible for stuff like that. Because I don't been in dance class, yoga all the time, but moving around, doing stuff, getting older, you almost forget some of that stuff. So I want to tell you, probably at the end of COVID, I found a 15-minute stretching video and I memorized it because I kept doing it repetitively. And now I know to do it on my own without the YouTube and stuff. But honestly, you can feel where your body hurt, girl. You've been down, tried to touch toes, side bend, whatever that looks like for you. But the thing is, I've had to learn, you got to conquer yourself before you got to try to go conquer the world. And people be bothering you and stuff because people are annoying. People are very annoying. The notifications, they start. Then you got to go to work.
I keep my phone on silent.
Yeah. Like, leave me alone. My phone on do not disturb from 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. So, Even just your breakfast, making sure that's nutritional. I either have oatmeal or I have one of my shakes every morning.
Mhm.
Easy. And tea.
Okay, your shakes.
Mm-hmm.
They energy or protein, or what type of shakes are they?
So I actually use Herbalife to monetize the health and wellness brand. And the reason they're the #1 nutrition company in the world.
Okay.
And it's smart business. I could do business in 97 countries.
Do they taste good?
They taste delicious. Let me tell you, I don't like chalky stuff. I've tried many a protein powders from GNC. I done been to all the fancy gyms and getting their little shakes. They gross. Herbalife tastes like a milkshake, and I've been drinking them for 5 years. It's sweet, and I like sweet. So I love our cookies and cream. I love chocolate. We got strawberries, cheesecake, all kind of stuff. So it's really easy to drink in the morning. You can shake it up, it tastes good, or you can blend it. And the healthy meal replacements are just that. So it has all your vitamins and minerals you'll need in a balanced meal. Because it's almost impossible to eat that much food in one setting once you see all the like macronutrient factors, and it has protein as well. So vitamins, minerals, proteins, and it's under 190 calories.
Oh,
and
okay.
how you are able to maintain your weight.
And you drink those every morning?
Yes, or I make a pancake or a waffle out of it.
Huh?
I make a pancake or a waffle out of the shake.
Out of the shake?
Mm-hmm. It's powder. You just use the powder, a little egg white, water. You can make a pancake or a waffle. And I still got my little sugar-free syrup, and I don't be missing no meals. Not a one. Not a one. We can make donuts with our stuff. So I think it's a lot of people just having knowledge and trying it for themselves before they try to knock it. You can't knock something you ain't tried. I think a lot of people kind of
Sadie said I'm trying to be a sexy bitch this summer.
That's what
Look, everybody is trying to get ready for summer. Know, around January, New Year's, everybody have New Year's resolution. Everybody, the first thing they say, I'm gonna lose the weight. And some of us do it. Do you get a lot of people that try to join the program around that time?
Oh my God, yes. And even if they join along throughout the year, I always have a percentage of people who do and people who don't. Mm-hmm. But I never not check on the people who not doing what they're supposed to do. Because sometimes people stop responding and then they'll come out of nowhere. Like, I'm ready to come back, and it's because I just maintain that relationship with them. But at this time of year, people be coming out the woo-ha. And I think the biggest conversation I have with them, because they have to pay for it. I'm like, y'all spend $150, $200 at the club on drinks and wings and everything on one weekend, but you can't pay for a month of a nutrition program.
Right.
Don't want to lose weight. I don't think I'm the coach for you. And I tell people that honestly, because I'm not greedy and I'm not desperate, because I want you to actually have a result and get an experience. Because I've helped people lose 100 pounds, and that's a really big deal, especially like life or death for some people.
Right.
So they come out the yin yang, but I always like set the standard. Like, if you gonna come over here with me, I have an expectation of you as a client as well, because you're not gonna waste my time. That's not.
I don't blame you.
That's not fair.
Not blame you.
Because I'm gonna show up for you, but you got to give me something back. Otherwise, I can't help you because you don't want to be helped.
Right. And do you have a Facebook group or like a group where people can just come in and be like for some like advice or some help,
Honestly, you could just follow me on Instagram and Facebook, because there's just daily things that I share in general that's free game. And then everything else, because this is my livelihood, you got to sign up and get your program.
Right.
I do share a lot of free game every day. So if people apply it, that's on them.
Hey, the program, how much is the program?
So it ranges. Most people, they spend anywhere from $100 to $200. So it's actually not that much. And I break it down for some people who don't understand lump sums and stuff. I say, how much money you spending today on food?
Right.
Or going to Starbucks. Or if it's not daily, how much you spend on the weekend when you go turn up?
Right.
Because that's the money right there.
Right. All right.
And then I'm just, and I make sure people know you're getting a lot of value. You get nutritional products, you get a meal guide, you get one-on-one coaching, you get an accountability group that you got access to 24/7. We have weekly accountability calls, and if it don't line up with your schedule, you get to watch the recording. So we are literally giving you everything, and that's such a high value. And I make sure people understand that, because if you can't invest in your health, I don't think you want to get healthy at all.
That is true. You know, when you started, did you see a drastic change, or was it slowly?
When I started, so like I've always been somewhat fit, but I always tell people I was like skinny fat because I was like kind of fit, but this, and I can't stand that. And my first initial result, like in my first 3 days, my energy was through the roof, like skyrocketed. And at the time, I think you was still in Chicago at the time. We was doing music festivals on the beach, barbecues, family parties, just the motion, being in a hair salon, you just work and drink and go out, whatever. So my first 3 days, my energy was through the roof. And then one of my homeboys, we were at the gym, he said, Bree, you need to take another picture. So I actually require my clients to take before and after progress pictures so you can see, because sometimes the scale lie to you. And we put my side by side together. I was like, this was gone. And if I would have been paying attention, my pants was fitting better. And I had a muffin top coming overside. So I was like, but I would say definitely that first month, because I was just on it and I was in an environment where everybody else was on their stuff. So it made it easier for me. And I was still out kicking it at least every other week, but it had declined at the velocity, I guess you would say. I was throwing shots back and stuff. It had calmed down because I was spending more time with people being healthy and still rooftopping and having healthy fun.
Right.
That first month.
That's what people get messed up at. You go back or being around people with bad habits. And then let's talk about how expensive it is to try to be healthy.
Yeah.
With food and stuff.
Well, actually, no. So that's where my meal guide comes in handy, because a lot of times it's just you might need to cook your own food a little bit more. Because you can go buy ground turkey, and I don't like nasty food. We're not even finna do that. But there's just so many recipes, and Trader Joe's got so many different sauces that don't have a lot of sugar in them. They're not high in sodium. So you can go get you some chicken breasts or chicken thighs are great. You can season them bad boys up, do whatever sauce. I love baked chicken. I love my air fryer. I love to grill. So by the time you start pairing that with different rices, and I teach people about complex carbs, because that's a big mistake people make. I can't eat carbs. You need carbs. They're your energy source. But by the time you get to learn about all these different food groups that I provide people in the meal guide, food is not boring to me at all. At all. So I don't think it's expensive. And I feel like now, if we was to say I'm going to Uncle Remus or the Harold's to give me some chicken, and then I got to get a 6-piece fried hard salt, salt, pepper, mild, and hot sauce. I get all of that, and I spent $15. You could have went to the store and got you some meat, rice, and a fresh vegetable.
Right.
So I teach people, you shop on the outskirts of the store. So grocery shopping don't have to be expensive. That's just a personal choice when you start trying to be too fancy.
Yeah, that is, you know what? That is true. It's crazy how we can sit and talk about it and be like, yeah, she right.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't be up in whole paycheck. No, ma'am.
Sure. It's the point of, sticking to it. And, we live, like you said, we used to go out all the time, family events and everything. So it's like still living in that type of life. It is kind of hard to stick, because you go all week and be on a program.
Yeah.
But once that weekend hit,
it
be gone down the drain. You out to brunch, you out to lunch, you out to dinner, you drinking all day. It just like everything you worked for that whole week went down the drain that weekend.
Yeah, because that's why I teach too. Calorie deficits help you lose weight, and calorie surplus help you gain healthy weight. So my biggest thing I probably learned in this last year is to tell people no. Because opening up a storefront, doing all those things, you get to a point you've never done this before, especially a Black woman. So I got to jump through extra hoops. It's crazy. So as much as I love to want to go be here with you, where I'm going is way more important. And it's not to say I'm not ever going to go out, but I know if I got to do A, B, and C, maybe I can't make brunch and lunch, but I can come to dinner.
Right.
So it's just separating yourself and making sure you push yourself to the next level, because you're the only person that could do that.
Yeah.
You're the only person that can do that. Or maybe just suggest, hey, like, okay, if we go to brunch, let's try something different at brunch. Right? Maybe you don't get to get the stuffed French toast. But you won't get to get chicken and waffles every time. You want to, pick different options, because I feel like a lot of places now for brunch, they do have different options to eat. But we know the fun stuff tastes better anyway. But you just got to pick and choose. You got to pick and choose. You don't have to go to everything, but you can still go out.
Yeah.
Everything. Because that's my biggest conversation I have now. Thanksgiving is one meal. It ain't the whole day.
Man, the holidays get you every time.
Yep. That's why I tell people, just coast. You don't have to do certain workouts. Just move. So if that means you're going on a walk, walking is great. It's great for your mental. But still have your morning routines, maybe. Still how you say you make sure you drink your water. Those little things just help you maintain. And then when it's New Year, you can crank back up. But I've been at all the Christmas functions too. But again, I'm just morning routine. Certain things for me are non-negotiable.
Yeah. And that's what, do you think people get better results if they had like a buddy?
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
People doing it by themselves, they attention span, I always say, like on social media, they say post a video for no longer than 15 seconds because people attention span are like this.
Yeah. No, I tell people all the time, especially if they're not by me and I know they live out of town, I'm like, who do you spend the most time with and would they do this with you? And it's not even if they trying to lose weight or anything, but maybe they just want to support you, and they can support you in having a healthier breakfast and having a morning routine. That's a big deal. Because that literally set the tone for your whole day. So I always tell people, if you can find a buddy, you're going to be straight. And to plug into what we have, because I know everybody and their mama be scrolling on social media. So if you tell me you can check our client chat because you was busy and I don't seen you post 18 memes on your story, you lying.
Right.
And I'm one of them coaches too. Like, girl, what's this? Like,
look, he said, "How Webby be your buddy?" Take that Webby. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all this. I don't answer my phone as it is because it stay on silent because my notifications be off the chain. So, sure. Like I said, I'm not a morning person, but I'm gonna try to get up. I'm gonna start after Christmas. I'm gonna look this after Christmas because I'm coming up that way for Christmas. And I'm coming to see my family and friends. So I'm going to enjoy myself because I ain't been enjoying myself here. So I'm going to come and enjoy myself when I get there.
You getting on Honey Hot Wings.
Look, I'm so ready to get out this house, girl. You just don't understand. We finna cut up when I get up there. So, but when I get back, I definitely finna try to do an hour earlier, not 2 hours. That's just too early.
It don't have to be. My body on an alarm clock now, and I hate it because I be trying to in and it don't work.
I'm still kind of on a bartender schedule. Even though I haven't bartended in like 2 years, I literally don't go to sleep until 2 a.m, like sometimes. So by the time it's time for me to get up for work, I still be freaking tired. I have to get up.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, but instead of me setting my alarm at 7:50, I'm gonna set it at 7.
No, that's great. Baby steps. I tell people baby steps. And even if you read for 10 minutes, it ain't gotta be 20, but just something that registers, because I think that's a lot of times, like how you was just saying with the other girls, just a lot of people be so hooked on social media, and how I said earlier, they be reposting quotes or reposting a clip and don't ever apply it to their life.
Yeah. But what I don't
do your friend dirty. Don't be bashing them on social media. Don't talk about your daddy. And they don't do it, but they don't apply it to their life. So just make sure it's something that you know that you can apply.
Now, I do got that bad with social media because, like, with social media, my podcast and my everything is on social media. So this is one of my jobs. So, but before I do turn over and pick up my phone, I do my prayer. I do have that routine. I do not go on social media before I pray because God comes first.
Right.
And then I have Steve Harvey.
He's a good one.
I picked up one of his things of before you do anything, get your affirmation book.
Yep.
Your affirmation and manifestation book, and write down your things, and stuff like that. So I read it every morning. I do that too before I go to social media. But I get all that out the way, then I turn to
Right.
social.
Right. No, you got some steps down. It's just add a little bit here and there.
Add a few more things,
yeah.
And I'm one thing about me, and my sister them can tell you, when I do decide to do it, I do it. You know what I'm saying? I do it. But I also, again, my daddy passed away a year ago, so I do go into a stage of, I don't get out of bed sometimes. I lay down most of the time. And you know what I'm saying? And I snack. That's my problem. I snack while I'm in bed. I don't even eat a lot. I snack a lot.
Yeah.
I don't eat big meals. I can't, because I have lap band.
Yeah.
So I can't eat big meals. I can't. That's why I'll be like, I don't understand. But I snack all
You just
day
gotta
long.
get you more hobbies. All y'all talented anyway. And I was just listening to somebody talk about grief because her husband had passed, and she said, she has good days, bad days. So if she needs to cry, she'll cry, but she don't sit in it. So maybe that get up and walk around the block, do a jumping jack, or start crafting, mixing up some new juices. And you like to bartend, make you some juice recipes, girl. That's another side hustle. People are gonna love to buy you some juice from you. But just whatever that is, whatever you like to do. Or what I had to do too is like, you kind of get on Pinterest sometimes, like when my grandmother passed, she's like, you just feel off, especially when people raise you and stuff.
Yeah.
So just like, what have I not been doing that used to bring me joy?
Mm-hmm.
Dance class, and I hadn't been cooking as much because you just start getting busy with life. So it's like, ooh, let me get back in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Everything wasn't a healthy meal because I be baking. I made cookies the other day, but like, I was like, let me get on Pinterest and like find new foods that I like to eat, or go try new stuff, or just being very mindful to do something positive instead of sitting in whatever you got going on, because all it's gonna do is bring you down. They said basically, like, when those thoughts cross your mind, address it, acknowledge it. It's not wrong, but then ask yourself, is it serving me right now, or can I go do something else? Can I move on from this? And write it down.
Yeah.
To answer your own question, like, write your thought down and be like, is this servicing me? Am I a little crazy? But I'll be making little check marks and stuff, like yes or no. Like, be literal with that until you get a grasp on it, and that's very much okay.
Yeah, I was thinking, I was just saying to myself, like, you have your good days and bad days, but you come out of it, and you're right, juices and stuff like that. I sweared away from soda ever since I went to the dietitian for the lap band about 8-9 years ago. So I don't drink soda, but juices I am kind of skeptical of because the sugar intake. So, and then because of the lap band, I can't take in that much liquid.
Yeah.
So and that's I have a hard time drinking the water. So I don't even have time to fit juices, let alone in there and stuff like that. Even with liquor, by the time I get to the 5th shot, I feel like I'm about to throw up.
Well, I will tell you, if you do like your own fresh juice, not no sugar juices or nothing like that, but like if you drink tea, like real tea, not like sugar pre-bottle, but like real bags of tea, or if you're actually making juices from fruits and vegetables, they have a high water content in it naturally, so that counts as a bottle of water. If you ever needed to replace it, it counts.
Oh shit!
That's why you never heard the Africans say, like, how they used to talk about Black people for eating watermelon so much, and they're like, no, that fruit will hydrate you and keep you, and it literally does. Because think about the summertime watermelon, it hydrates you. You don't be outside dying.
Right. That is right. I'm about to give me some more watermelon.
Yes, ma'am. Fruit will hydrate you real good. So no.
It's a blessing to have people like you out here, because I always look like, when I go to the doctor, even though I am a plus size girl, and me and most of my family and friends are plus size, but we are plus size women. But when I go to the doctor, I'm healthy. I'm very healthy. I don't have any diabetes problems. I don't have any high cholesterol. I don't have any high blood pressure, and I try to maintain that, even though I'm a plus size girl. I try to maintain that because my daddy died from heart issues.
Mm-hmm.
Both of my grandmothers died from heart issues. My mom has heart issues. My auntie Lisa died at the age of 42 from heart issues. So it runs in my family. So that's why I know it carries down. So I do try to keep an eye on my health in that state of, because people think just because I am a plus size girl that I'm not healthy, but technically I'm more healthier than a lot of these people out here that's smaller than me.
Yeah.
I have
no that's why I tell people skinny fat is a real thing, and y'all don't talk about skinny people either, because they could be real unhealthy. They can be real unhealthy. And I always tell people too, just like all those diseases that we see trending, especially in our minority communities, is eating habits. Right? That's just like, oh, I don't want the ribs no more, right? That's why you see a lot of people cooking in greens and stuff now with turkey meat instead of like the pork and stuff. So it's just little changes like that. And then that's where I come in with the help of teaching people protein intake for your body, not what the internet told you, but for you and your height and your goals. So all of that plays a factor, and you'd be surprised, like filling in those gaps, making sure you get protein and make sure you hydrate and eat your vegetables and got good digestive health. You'd be surprised how quick weight will fall off of you.
And that's crazy, because I have to trick people when I cook for them. Because people say so quick, like, oh, I don't eat turkey meat. I started cooking with turkey meat when I got the lap band, because simple fact is the ground beef, they said it wasn't good for you. So I was like, let me switch to ground turkey, like that. So I started cooking it in my spaghetti and putting
if you know how to cook, you can't tell anyway. It's good.
You can't tell. Yeah. So that's how I trick people. I swear to God, I do not tell people that don't know what I put in my spaghetti until after they eat it. I don't tell them. I wait till they eat it. They be like, oh, this is so good. And then I was like, yeah, it's turkey.
If you find people weird, I told you, like, it's people that tell me, they're like, well, I want to do your challenge. I'm like, you have to get products through me, otherwise I don't know, like, I can't help you fully, because we fill in the gaps. And it's like, well, I don't want to. I said, well, have you tried it? They be like, no. I'm like, what? And they be the same way about turkey meat or a certain vegetable, certain fruit. I'm like, have you ever tried it?
Yeah.
And they be like, no. And people are so weird like that, but it's a lot of that. And the shameless thing, when you using pasta sauce, Rouse is my favorite one, because they got the less amount of sugar. So a lot of your ragouts and pregos and all that stuff,
it has a lot of sugar.
And that's something a lot of people like, oh, I'm not eating no sugar. And 9 times out of 10 is coming from the things that's on the inskirts of the aisle at the store. And there are brands, some brands better than others, obviously, but I teach people how to read food labels and stuff too.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times I had a friend, she was going vegan. I said, girl, you're getting fat. How you going vegan and you get
vegan? What? Vegan people some of them are really big.
Because they're eating processed food in the freezer aisle, like even those Impossible patties and stuff. Is it a different option? Yes, but like for me, I'd rather tell you to eat a black bean burger or go ahead and get you a grass-fed beef burger. Because a lot of that ain't no better than the processed food you get at McDonald's.
Oh, and they think just because they
read
vegan,
something and you can't pronounce it, you might not need to eat it.
And they think because they eat vegan is they doing better than everybody else.
Nope. And if you do vegan the right way, it's great. It's just a lot of reading, a lot of researching, and I feel like a lot of cooking your own food or investing in a vegan chef who has done their homework too. Because I got a friend, she's a vegan chef, and she used to eat meat and everything like us, but like she does it right, and her food tastes good. But she's done the homework to understand the different foods and things to eat, and it's a lot of homework. It's a lot of homework doing those certain diets. So that's why I always say something sustainable. And I don't think people need to be vegan to be considered healthy.
You know, they be trying to force it down on us. I had somebody on my TikTok come to me with that vegan. I said, ma'am, I like meat. You can't make me go
if
vegan.
It's for you, great. If it's not, who cares? It's not a big deal. I don't have to eat your food. You don't have to eat my food. And, you know, like, So that's why, I'm not a particular diet. I'm just a conscious eater.
Yeah.
But I
okay, so I have a question, and I don't know it. Back in the day, our grandmothers and great grandmothers cooked so wrong, like lard, pig, all types. But they lived for, like, my great grandma lived till she was 102 years old. And you try to think, like, but the way they cooked was horrible. What's the difference between then and now?
So back then, you figure a lot of stuff was farm to table. Even at the grocery stores, local farm to table. And now you got a lot of stuff that's made in the lab. Right? It's not from clean air. And think about all the mechanic, like airplanes, the different cars, the different technology and stuff that we had that pollute our air, the water, the grass, the ozone layer, going all crazy or whatever. So it's different now because a lot of our food is made in the lab. That's why we side-eyeing people when they be like, I don't take supplements. You eating one right now.
Yeah.
And look at how they churches chickens be big. I'm like, chicken ain't supposed to be that big.
Huge.
Here they not. So you figure back in the day, nobody was injecting our food. And it was more affordable to go to the store and feed your family.
Yeah.
And now it's cheaper to get the quick stuff that's in the freezer aisle. My grandma ain't make no tacos for dinner.
No.
Not now.
Now.
Have too much stuff that came out the freezer.
The women actually really cooked.
Yeah. So that's the biggest difference. Everything is instant. People want quick stuff. So just going to the store now. That's why when you see free range organic, nothing's really organic unless you grew it yourself.
Right.
I have friends in food science, so they go visit the farms and stuff. So they will plant them separately. But what happened when it rained? All this soil, wash it down and get on the other stuff. So it's just a matter of doing the best you can with what you got, picking better foods, and knowing what we know now about how pigs eat any and everything. My granddaddy from Memphis, he said, if you ever want to make somebody disappear, feed them to the hogs.
Yes.
Yeah, they want it.
Your granddaddy said, because my big daddy had a bunch of hogs.
Want them just feed them to the hogs, disappear. So it's just being mindful of what you eat, because back in the day, they didn't have people injecting their food. A lot of farm to table, a lot of fresh stuff. They wasn't feeding us chicken nuggets out the freezer. It wasn't convenient. They did what they had to do to feed us. So,
and back in the day, it wasn't we didn't go to restaurants like.
No, we didn't. We ate at the house. Yep.
Yeah, it was. We were begging to go. Ain't no restaurant food. And our parents actually cooked.
Yeah.
And our grandparents actually cooked.
Yeah.
And I think that now it's easier to be quick with the food, because you got to understand people working all the time.
Yeah, their lifestyle's different.
Running businesses. Women is not, out here trying to get that bag too, not just the men. So they ain't got time to cook as much, And so that plays a big part, because in society now, big is what's in, Now, Lizzo, that's made it just like.
Love her.
So is that, I just feel like me being a plus size girl, like, is that advertising being unhealthy, or is that advertising loving yourself? And I just feel like loving yourself most of the time, but sometimes it's just unhealthy.
I feel like, because people are so sensitive now, the internet is so sensitive, and I can't stand it. Like, even I tell people they're passive aggressive now. The thing is, you should absolutely love the body you're in. And in my opinion, to love the body you're in, you need to be taking care of it.
Yes.
So I'm like, are you lying to yourself? Are you in denial to avoid the work that needs to be done?
Right.
And granted, you gotta love yourself through the process too, right? So you're not beating yourself up trying to look like who's skinny? Nobody's skinny now. Somebody's skinny. I don't even have a comparison. But
look, and like I said, I love me some me, but I'm the type of person, I don't like buying bigger clothes. Because if
Mhm.
I buy bigger clothes, that means I'm getting bigger.
Yep.
So if I notice, like now, since I've been in Memphis, I notice I put on some weight.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I know that the way my phone's set up, I'm not buying anything bigger than the size I got in my closet.
Right.
Because that means I'm going to get bigger and bigger if I keep doing
And just
it.
go buy you some clothes. Yep.
Yeah, no, I'm finna fit in these clothes I got in this closet. So let me get together and get myself. So you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's the way I think. And that's why I go. And you see me, sometimes you see me, people like, dang, you lost some weight. And then some people like, dang, you picked up. So yeah, I fluctuate.
Yeah.
Sometimes I fluctuate.
And you just gotta find where you balance. And even me, sometimes I fluctuate, but that's life, right? But
That's life.
it's not a big fluctuation or like something
Mhm.
drastic. I think it's fine. But I really think like I love her personality. However, like think about in the news, we see all these people dying suddenly, and we just saw them happy or at a show or whatever.
And they be like, wasn't nothing wrong with them. You don't know if
Yep.
something was wrong with them folks.
You
They
really
just
don't,
ain't
'cause
saying
we're not their family. We don't know.
Right. If they had heart issues, and then
Mhm.
women like my like rest in peace, my auntie Lisa, she died from heart disease.
Mm-hmm.
And that's real bad in Black women.
Oh yeah,
And
because we take on, girl, when I tell you men can lose weight in 2 seconds if they really wanted to, but
Mhm.
women, you figure our ovaries, the way we hold our stress is usually right here
in our gut, yeah.
in our heart, our gut, and we take care of everybody.
Mhm.
So at
Yes.
least
I
you
was just saying
feel-
this last night on my TikTok live. Like Black men has it hard, but Black women,
we the backbone.
we carry a lot on our shoulders, and
Mhm.
that they don't give us credit for,
Mhm.
But like you said, men do lose. They can throw. I'm not gonna drink pop for a month. Them niggas lose 100 pounds.
With a 6-pack, yep. With a 6-pack, real quick. But
Real quick.
Yep. And I have male clients, but when I tell you, I really try to target females, especially minority females, because we have to break those cycles. Because I have so many clients, I'm checking in. I'm like, okay, how was your day? What'd you eat? Did you get your stuff down that you told me you wanted to? Oh, no, so-and-so had to do this. I said, so when do you tell somebody else no for an hour? You can't tell somebody no for an hour so you can take care of you real quick.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of those conversations, and people get discouraged because they could have lost 20 pounds in the last 60 days, which is a big deal because some people ain't did that in years, and then they get upset because they gained 5 pounds back. And I'm like, stop, because maybe you are on your program, but if you out here stressed out, taking care of everybody else, that's where you see that. That's where it's coming from.
So self-love and self-care is very important in this process.
Mm-hmm. It's grace too. Grace, huge.
Mm-hmm.
Huge, such a big deal. And I still have to learn how to get it to myself, because once you start and you see what's possible and you see in others, and you got social proof now, so it can be done, and you feel like, oh, I just had such a bad week, and then you get in that depressive state instead of like, you know what, I wasn't my A game, but I'm not where I was last year at this time.
Right.
So you got to keep going. So, and it really is grace, because it's a mental game.
Yeah.
It's a huge mental game. And I tell everyone, just lean into the good stuff that you're doing when you're having a hard time, or you feel like you didn't do your best for the day. It's just like, you know what? It was a day. That's it. And I get to reset tomorrow. It's done. You can't go back and change it.
Right.
It's done.
Yeah. I just feel like nowadays is just easier because you have people that had surgery try to tell you how to lose weight with these fat tummy teas and stuff like that. And people be mad because they be like, they are bad at stuff, thinking they gonna look like the person that's selling it. And people not knowing people are getting paid to sell this stuff to y'all. And they did like Tokyo said, the big girl Tokyo, she was like, can't nobody who had surgery tell me how to lose weight.
No, and that's why I like my program, because I have my own results and I got my clients' results, and you can't take that away from me. And that's why I like my business too. You can't come in here and fake the funk.
Yeah.
You can't fake. You know what I'm saying? This is from experience. It's almost like trying to go be a teacher and you ain't work yourself. You ain't did the studies to go teach somebody else. So that's why I like my program more than others. And that's why even I'll tell people now, if y'all got a business out there, whatever you're trying to do, maybe your target audience is not your friends and family.
No, they're not.
All of my clients are strangers.
I'm gonna tell you like this, and you know what? I had to learn that even with my podcast. The people that's gonna support you are no kin to you or not even close to you.
Yeah, and people like you, they'll come around when it's popular.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
when they feel like you made it.
Yeah. That's it. And I had to stop looking towards them to support me, and then the people that was actually supporting me, you know. And you're right about that. You got a TikTok?
No TikTok, but what I'm actually gonna do, going into the new year, I'm gonna really get on YouTube. Because I love YouTube, because there's community sense in YouTube. I feel like TikTok is just a lot of.
No, actually, TikTok is you get more engagement over there.
Yeah.
And with your with what you're doing, you'll get a lot of traction, and it spreads to all the rest of your social media.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your followers go up quickly over there. If you do live videos and stuff, everything goes up quickly over there, and it help it get out more, and it spreads to your other social media. My followers have went up on everything when my TikTok following went up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I asked, because that's actually a platform, even though, you know, it's a lot of dancing and stuff. I do that too. But I do that too. Like, I'm gonna do one after this because I just learned to dance. So I'm gonna do one after this. But I promote my podcast on that. And then I put other videos on there to bring traction to my stuff. And people actually go to like YouTube and Facebook, you know, from there, because
crosses over each other.
Yeah. So I like it because more people engage over there. I literally had like 2,000 likes last night on my live, you know. So it's really and once you get over a certain amount, they start to pay you. So I just feel like YouTube is very lucrative.
It is. Especially for my target audience. Yeah,
your target audience too. Yeah.
Because I tell people all the time, I think Instagram is lifestyle, right? Like, they want to see the fly stuff. They want to see the fun stuff you're doing. And then your story posts, you know, you don't have to post on your feed as much as you used to, like back in the day before story posts were a thing. So now it's lighten up your story. And I still even feel like, for me, I've gotten to a point, because I've had larger followings and my Instagram got hacked when everybody's got hacked during COVID. I was hurt. But I see more people, like on Facebook, for instance, right? Not that I'm on it all day, but I get more traction. And when the traction I want is people signing up for my program.
Right.
People who are serious. And I feel like a lot of people, they just kind of looking. Like, I might have someone on Instagram, they want to buy vitamins or whatever. That's great. But I like Facebook, people on programs. So going into the YouTube, almost how like you're having your podcast and stuff, I'm going to incorporate, you know, cooking, meal prepping, breaking it down where I don't have to do a 5-minute or 2-minute video.
Oh yeah, that a cooking video with you will be real good.
Yeah. So I will tune in to that. Yeah, I'm a definitely do that. And then, like how you have a podcast and stuff, I want to set up where we have tea time, because, you know, we have teas. I got all kind of healthier drinks, right? So you get another recipe for that. So it's for my clients as well, who already own products and stuff with me. But just to talk about how we're talking now, why do you want to do your podcast? Why you want to do your business? Because it's just more exposure for everyone.
Yes.
And then we just kind of like help each other. So I really want to go and do that. And then I'll keep my cute little fitness reels and stuff on the Instagram, probably TikTok.
And then you just send them to where you buy your product and stuff like that.
I have a whole intake form. So if people go to the link tree in my bio, it's a whole intake form, because I want to know that you're serious. So I like to play. I tell people I play tennis with them. Here go the link. I'm going to have you fill it out. Once you fill it out, I'm going to contact you. If you don't fill out the link, you're just not that serious, and I'm not going to worry about it.
Okay, yeah. So yeah,
I had to get good at that, because I used to be like, "Ooh, so and so says something," you be following up with them, then I'll hit you back. I'm like,
girl, I know what you mean, girl. This part, Yeah, I understand because you know how many guests would be like until the day of. I've been out. Now you see how many times I messaged you, right? To remind you
Follow
and
up
stuff
like you
like
should. Yep.
yeah, to remind you to make sure I do that with all my guests. These mother suckers wait till it's
Last
time
minute.
for me to film, not to show up. So I understand. So I have to fill in a whole hour and a half, 2 hours of a
Yeah.
show. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody felt like they just not gonna show up. That's no call, no show. You know what I'm saying? So I understand what you talk about with people like, oh yeah, you know,
You
and
just
they
gotta
don't
be serious. Yep.
come. Yeah, they don't be serious, and then they, you know, that used to bother me. But then I had to remind myself, like I started my podcast by myself. I started doing this only talking to the camera by myself. So me filling in when somebody called don't show up is not a problem for me. I'm a talker. That's what I do. That's why I started. So, but yeah, I used to let it get under my skin. Let's get all your social media information out here.
Yes. So on Instagram is Bria Isabella _. On Facebook is Bria Isabella, and I got my page set up like a content creator. So all you gotta do is follow. If you are interested in a program or you just want to start taking vitamins, whatever baby step, I have a client intake form, and we'll go from there and reach out. And the new year's coming. I got a challenge coming up. It's a 14-day challenge. It's a marathon. So if you want to learn more, come see me. But it's high accountability. So if you're not serious, don't come over here.
Definitely after Christmas, I'm gonna hit you up.
Yep.
Yeah. Definitely, because right, like I said, I'm coming that way to enjoy. So I'm gonna cut up while I'm up there. I'm gonna act like I ain't never been outside before. That's how I'm gonna act when I that's how I'm gonna act. So, but after all that wears down, then I'm coming.
Yeah,
You know,
get it out
'cause
your system.
the summertime I gotta be right. You know, I'm planning on doing some traveling out here in these summer streets. So I want to be able to, you know, not have my fupa. I have a fupa, not have it too far out, you know, in my bathing suit. You know, just have it sitting just right.
Yeah. Tight.
Yeah.
Tight. Yeah.
You know, is there anything else you want to put out there before?
Nope. I think we had a good talk. It's out there. Y'all come back and watch it because it's on her page.
Yes, you can also share this to also your Facebook. Also, he probably re-aired again before the week is out. Just for re-air, just in case some people missed it. I do thank you. And also live streams too on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, and Google Podcasts, all that stuff.
He's official.
Yes. So I want to thank you for coming on. You are my first wellness and health and wellness guest, and I appreciate you doing this for me because you could have said no and you didn't. So I thank you. And congratulations to us all you got going on. I appreciate it and proud of you, and hope better adventures and things flourish all up in your energy and space, you know.
I received it. Thank you for having me.
All right. I love you, and you have a good time. Have a good night, and thank you again.
Thank you. Good night.
All right. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Talk is Cheap with Kiana J. I am your host, Kiana J. If nobody told you, I'm going to tell you I love you. And that is it. But wait. Before he turned me off, right? So look, y'all, I had learned this TikTok dance, right? And I'm going to do it right after this podcast. It's gonna be a couple tries, but I told my sons them I'm gonna do it and stuff like that. So if y'all don't know, I am leaving Memphis and coming to Milwaukee, and I'm gonna be outside like I ain't never been outside before because I don't go out really out down here. I have not been outside my home in the last few weeks. Okay, so I don't even know how the weather feel outside. I don't know if it's cold. I be asking my sons, and because they go out there and smoke their little weed and stuff. But I don't go outside that. But when I get up there to Chicago and Milwaukee, see me outside. See me outside. You know, I got some people to visit. I got some people to see. You know, I don't know how we get around like that because I ain't got no car. But my people gonna make sure I get to where I need to go because they listen me. They really love me up there. So I'm excited. Can't wait to see my family. Can't wait to see my friends. I also want to say there will not be a show next week, Monday. I will be back the Monday after in studio. So we're gonna talk about that, and I'm off that other stuff what's going on with the man and the molestation of these kids. We're not gonna talk about that no more because everybody's story's all fucked up, and I'm just lost at this point. Like I don't know. Look, I need them to get that together and get the police or whoever involved because this social media stuff with that shit is all over the fucking place. Everybody want to be judge and jury. Everybody don't know what the fuck, and everybody not in that household. So I mind my business. But I just want to be sure. Yesterday I did a TikTok live, which went great. You know, I had a lot of views and a lot of likes. So that's what's up. So, you know, that's you know, I got some, you know, I'm slowly coming up in the world, slowly but surely. God got me, you know. But I just want to tell y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode. I'm not gonna stay long. I'm gonna go because I'm gonna go here. You know, my wig kind of cute today. You know, I cut this myself. I cut and curl this myself. You know, I take my own wigs and put some chop to them, man. You know, they come out kind of nice, you know. But some real shit, y'all. I appreciate the love and the support, and my day ones, A1s that come in here every fucking week with no issues, no that show up without me even reminding them. You know, that's I'm always thank them for that, and I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we got to get on this health and wellness journey. You know, well, I'm healthy. I'm just a little big. I gained some weight while I was down here, y'all. I did. I don't go nowhere and do nothing. I just been laying around being fucking lazy, and I got a bigger booty with a bigger gut to go with it. With you. But don't worry about it. Y'all know I lose that weight real quick before the summertime get here because bitch, fupa can't be hanging too low. You know, can't be hanging too low, you know, because sometimes my fupa hang a little lower than it usually supposed to hang, and I don't like that, you know. So I have to put the fupa up and push it back in, you know. So I'm gonna just go and get my little weight loss on, you know. And I'm not doing it for nobody but me, you know. My confidence still high. My confidence still high. You know, I think I still look good. My fupa just a little bit bigger than what it usually is. I just need to pull it back in a little bit. That's it. That's all. But I'm about to go. My son and that snoring on the couch like I can't hear him. But I love y'all. See y'all next week. Bye. I'll wait till you turn me off. I'm just gonna tell y'all a story. I ain't got that much time. I got to stay in a 2-hour period. You know, I sometimes these podcasts be going over a long time, but I be, you know, talking too much, and he be cutting me off in the middle of my story. So I ain't gonna let him cut me off this time. I'm just let him just like turn it off. But yeah, but I'll be having some stories to tell. I'll be telling some stories. But I'm gonna tell y'all a story about when I lived in Foxview. That's gonna be a whole show. I used to do some shit down there. It's the hood and the suburbs. Y'all be thinking suburbs don't have hoods. Yeah, that's why they put low income housing in the suburbs. People from the city move to the low income housing in the suburbs, and that's where we turn them into hoods. We turn into hoods, and there be some shit going down in the hoods. I remember, ooh, child. I remember one time. A lot of people stayed at my house. I'm a people person, so a lot of people stayed in my house, and I think it was this my baby daddy friend, his cousin. His cousin was in the house, and he was laid up with one of my family members. I ain't gonna say who, but he was laid up with one of my family members. He had this white girl. I'm gonna tell this real quick before you cut me off. He had this white girl, right? He had this white girl, and he wasn't answering the phone for her, right? He wasn't answering the phone for the white girl. And the white girl know I live. And, you know, all niggas hang out at my house because that's where the studio was. And everybody slept there, too. So it was like people all on the floor, people on the couch. There was people in my kids' room. Like, that house was hood as fuck, okay? So him and her was in the kids' room. The kids was in the living room. Him and my family members in the kids' room. The kids was in the living room. And my baby daddy cousin and his friend, they was together at the time. And they was sleeping in the living room on the floor. And my baby daddy wasn't there. He was laid up with a bitch. And I got another story about that too. Okay. But he was barely there because he was always laid up with a bitch somewhere else. But the girl come knocking at the door. The white girl come knocking at the door because the dude wasn't answering his phone, right? The white girl come knocking at the door. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm in the room sleep. I'm not hearing shit, right? Why my baby daddy friend go open the door for the girl and let her in the house, right? She come in the house like she's one of them hood white girls. She come in the house, right? I'm asleep during this whole. They telling me this story when I wake up, right? She come in the house and walk. She like, where he at? Where he at? She walks in and she know where my room is, so she know where it was a 2-bedroom apartment in the basement. So she know where my room is. So she knew he wasn't in there. So she go in the kids' room, right? And he in the lay. She said, nigga, you ain't laid up with another bitch, dick hanging with white stuff all over. I guess he just got done coming and just fell asleep with his dick hanging out loud. Imagine, I'm sleeping through the whole thing, like, really? And then I'm like, my baby daddy friend at the time, his name was Marcus, rest in peace, he had passed away. I said, when I woke up today, I said, Marcus, why you let her in here? He's like, what else was I supposed to do? And my baby daddy cousin, which is a female, was like, his dumb ass knew he wasn't supposed to let her in here. I said, I got some stories about when I lived down there, but at the end of the day, that was one of them. But yeah, that house that I lived in 2 houses down there. I lived in a 2-bedroom apartment, and then I ended up moving down the street to a 3-bedroom apartment. But my house, I was one of them chicks. Like, when I say I was a guy's girl, I was a guy's girl. Like, the studio was there, drugs, and I'm not proud of it because simple fact is I did have kids, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I was young and dumb, you know. But it was like, you get your weed, your cigarettes, your blunts, and your nigga up in there. I swear to God, bitches used to come up there. I swear to God, most of the bitches that lived down there, they niggas was in there at the studio. And they'll come. I didn't allow females in my house unless you was kin to my baby daddy or kin to me. Well, you was like the main female of one of the niggas in there. You couldn't, other than that, you couldn't come to my house. So females would come knock on the door because they knew they niggas was down there. I sold blunts and cigarettes too. They'll come down there for that. But they nigga was down there at the studio, you know what I'm saying? And they'll come knock on the door, but they couldn't come in. They knew not to walk into the doors. You can't pass my threshold, you know. So they'll come knock at the door, and I'll be like, they be like, it's such and such here. I'm like, well, such your girl here, or somebody here see you or whatever. And then they'll leave, and I won't see them till later. They'll come back or whatever. But it was a lot of rap songs from there was a lot of rap songs made in that studio basement down there. Yeah. So yeah. So that's one of the stories. But okay, all right. So whenever he decides to cut me off, but if he ain't gonna cut me off, I'm gonna keep talking. You know, because I be having a lot to say. You know, my life is very interesting. You know, and I sit back and I just think about it and laugh. And then I was like, I'm so stupid for doing that. You know, you think about it, you're so stupid for doing stuff, and you just like, damn, you know, like what was I thinking? Like all times when you think back and look, like people don't understand. I did a lot of stuff in my life. Like I'm gonna tell a story. Like I'm gonna do a show about being a down ass chick ain't gonna keep a nigga. I was the ultimate down ass chick. And I got a story about some shit I did with for my nigga. For my nigga, like bitches, let me tell you something. You hoes keep going down here for your nigga going to jail and shit and doing shit for your nigga. They gonna let you go. Them niggas gonna, yes, they gonna let you go. But them niggas ain't gonna serve that time. Your ass gonna serve that time. And them little one after a while, like Lucius did Cookie, leave your ass in there. You ain't got nobody. Y'all, I'm telling you, I did all type of stupid shit for my nigga. I ain't even, I'm gonna talk about that down ass chick shit. I was the ultimate. When I said I was the ultimate, I was the ultimate. I got a show about that. The shit I did. Shit he was scared to do that I did. Shit. Nigga wouldn't even do the shit. But my dumb ass go do the shit. Like, bitch, you just stupid. You was so stupid. Like, but hey, that's life. But like, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm not doing that shit. I'm not your down there chick no more. I'm about to be 43 in 2 months. In about a month. Yeah, almost a month and a few weeks. I'll be 43. Ain't no more down there shit. Ain't no more that. Don't ask me to do that crazy. I'm looking at your ass stupid like you lost your motherfucking man. But back in the day, I was doing some crazy ass shit for that nothing ass nigga. I ain't gonna I'm gonna do a show now. I'm gonna do a show on that. I got a lot to do a show on singly. So when I'm done with all my guests, I'm gonna sit and do a show on down ass chicks. It's gonna be like down ass chicks because I was the ultimate down ass chick. I was the ultimate down ass chick. I can't wait to tell my story. I have a lot of stories, but you know, that's me. The life of Kiana. You never know. You never know. I think he finna tell you finna cut me off. Hey, bro. Oh, hey, bro. Yeah. So the life of Kiana, you never know what you might get. You never know what she have done in her life. You never know. You know, from the age 12 to probably 35, I was kind of out there. I was bugging, doing all type of shit, but you know, yeah. At those age, you think you're invincible, you know. And stuff like that. You just do shit. You don't think. You don't think. You know. You don't think. You do stuff and you get older and then you realize, like, damn, God was really with you a lot of times. God, I really think God really had a purpose for me. Because out of all the shit in my life I did, I look, dead or in jail. Dead or in jail. I swear to God. I swear to God, especially in jail. And you'll know one of the reasons why when I do that down ass chick thing, especially in jail. But yeah, you just think about it, like God had a purpose for me. And it probably didn't come early because I was out here being wild and crazy and doing stupid shit. But he had a purpose for me to do something before this world ends. So yeah, I appreciate him for saving me from a lot of stuff. I appreciate it and I thank him every fucking day, every morning, every morning when I wake up, every night before I go to bed, I thank the Lord. I give him a praise and say, thank you, Jesus. But yeah. Sound I'm ready because I'm ready to do my TikTok dance. I'm doing about 5-6 times before I get it right. 10 to 20. 10 to 20, 5 to 6, or whatever it may be, you know. And I gotta finish packing. It take me all week to pack to get ready to travel. Cause I pack a lot. I'll be gone a while. I'm finna be gone a while. Fuck this shit. I'm gonna be gone a few weeks. So. But yeah, I love y'all or whatever. So it is what it is. Thank y'all for tuning in. This little segment go on YouTube. The after the show segment goes on YouTube. So if you're not subscribed to my YouTube, go subscribe over there. Be a little extra stuff for my YouTube subscribers, people that follow me on YouTube and stuff. It'd be a little extra clips and shit over there for that, and stuff and things of that nature. I can't see. Oh, I got a text. You can leave whenever I'm here, just waiting on you. Oh! Bye, Tom. I'm leaving. I see y'all. See ya.